I've been working on this video for close to 16 months, counting from my first post here about the wide awakes on February 26, 2025. That's where I said we should clothe ourselves in flower celebrations, flower handouts. I think I've finally figured out how to fully integrate flowers with a modern version of the 1860 wide awakes. So here's hoping you'll stick around all the way to the end of this important video. Since this do-it-yourself video needs to be a fairly long one anyway, I thought I might as well briefly introduce myself to everyone. I'm Joe Weinstein, a 72-year-old gay, cisgender, white male with Jewish immigrants and a Confederate soldier among my ancestors. I went straight from high school to the construction trades before becoming a self-taught sculptor, a fountain artist. I've gone from childhood Judaism to Christian fundamentalism to what I consider to be a deconstructed spiritual humanist, a humanist who still appreciates good lessons found in scripture, philosophy, and other wise texts, ancient and modern. Along with my partner of 16 years, I enjoy attending on an on and off basis close to a half dozen different worship services of various local, welcoming liberal faiths. First, some background information about Wide Awakes 2025 before we get to the flower celebration. Wide Awakes 2025 is a diversity project, a truly grassroots, nonpartisan, umbrella-like organizing tool. It's meant as an antidote for white Christian nationalism, MAGA, and Project 2025. You're welcome to take a deep dive into the work I've already done, to expand on it and make it your own. Doing that research along with this explanation will help you organize a Wide Awake group in your area and plan a Wide Awake flower celebration soon. Our goal is to unite the whole of society, the left, center, and right, conservative and liberal, for free speech, nonviolence, liberty, justice, and provide a united front so that all parts of American society can rebuke them, flip the script, and reclaim the conversation, and reclaim our rights. Our rights and our liberty are now under severe attack. What delicious irony it will be when the so-called woke mob comes together as one, as Wide Awake. That's the one thing they're betting we'll never figure out how to do. Together, we can write a new chapter in the resistance history of America. We are America. We are multicultural and pluralistic. So we may not agree on everything, but we agree the world needs more love, compassion, empathy, and kindness. Not everybody thinks or feels the way we do, but no matter where we're from, who we are, young or old, what we look like, the color of our skin, our economic background, we really do all share a harmony of interests. By contrast, MAGA, Project 2025, and white Christian nationalism represent a systematic organization of hatreds. Still, communities come together in times of disaster. Communities come together for winning sports teams. Communities come together to create beautiful community gardens. Our aim is to come together to rebuild the best America we can, where each and every one of us belongs, all together as one America. In the crowd around you today, you'll find those wearing colorful Wide Awake capes and carrying baskets of flowers. They have a QR code for you to capture with your smartphone for more information on YouTube and Instagram. To set the mood, before we begin our flower celebration, let's share a moment of silent meditation. Aware of the energy around you, if you feel comfortable doing so, reach to take your neighbor's hand during a moment of silent meditation and see if you are met halfway. No one is obliged to hold hands. And now our Wide Awake flower celebration. Here's how it goes. Whether you take a flower from a basket or your neighbor hands you a flower, take a few moments in silence to look closely at your flower. Really admire it. Let yourself soak in its beauty. Some people may call this celebration holy or spiritual, others secular. Still others may call the ceremony we're performing here today a beautiful piece of art. Our goal isn't just to protest. In order to resist unjust authority, it's important to figure out what we are for. We must bust the myths about American history by educating ourselves about real, unvarnished American history. Some smart folks among us have figured out real solutions, great policy suggestions, even constitutional amendments to prevent the abuses we are here to protest from ever being forced on Americans again in the future. We are here to listen to freedom fighters and to build strength in the community, which is known as solidarity. Maybe at the end we'll have time for a little music, singing, and dance. Flowers have to be the closest thing to pure, unassailable perfection. Flowers stand for many things: for joy, for sympathy, for beauty, for diversity. And because flowers are where DNA is passed from generation to generation in the plant kingdom, those who are wide awake in the 2020s know that flowers stand for facts, the true information for life. We're tired of all the lies. We're ready for truth. After you've examined your flower, let's share an open conversation with one another, one-on-one, all at the same time. Take turns talking to your neighbors as you pass flowers to one another. Along these lines, tell your name. Hi, my name is Joe Weinstein. If you feel like it, tell where you live. I'm your neighbor. I live over in Rock Hall. Today, I'm particularly wide awake about the environment because we only have one planet. Tell at least one thing you're wide awake about and why in a few words, such as the environment, women's rights, civil rights, LGBTQIA+ rights, for peace, Black Lives Matter, for freedom of, from, and for religion, the rights of people with disabilities, education in public schools, for diversity, equity, and inclusion, the rights of indigenous peoples, for affordability, whatever you choose. Depending on how many flowers we have today and how many people there are, we'll let the flowers and the conversations flow like a gentle wave through the crowd, for as long as it takes for everyone to have a chance to hold a flower and tell their story to at least one other person. After things quiet down, let's sing together, possibly with live or recorded music. You can dance or move around if you feel like it, because this is a time of joy. You can sing songs like, "Where Have All the Flowers Gone?" or "Come Sing a Song with Me," and "A Rose in the Wintertime." Now behind the scenes, seasoned and new gardeners, young and old alike, can easily grow certain types of flowers in season. They are best when picked early in the morning on the day of your event, placed on wet paper towels in plastic-lined baskets, or placed in water in vases as the setting and space permit. Bulk flowers can be purchased. As much as possible, keep them in a cool place and out of the direct sun. As long as you respect private property and safety, common roadside flowers can be picked and work just as well. Beautiful handmade paper flowers can be made inexpensively. All the above may be recycled or taken home as keepsakes. Be sure not to litter. Everyone can easily and inexpensively make their own colorful wide-awake cape. By planning in advance with the organizers, a wide-awake flower celebration can be a part of any event. If all aspects are carefully planned in advance, a wide-awake flower celebration can be a standalone event. Feel free to adapt it to suit your own needs. And feel free to contact me if you have any questions.